people? It's your boy Jiggy J, executive producer of My Life Humanity. Now, something my people's been telling me is I should start doing more blogs and getting into more details in the docu-series. So I said, you know what, you're right. But before we get to that, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Give me some ideas of things that y'all want to know and what I should talk about. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, I would like to talk about how I got started with My Life Humanity. One thing about me, I was always a visionary. I just didn't have the right tools to put it together. So even back in the days when my friends would be doing music videos, I would always be behind the scenes, telling them what angles to shoot, what locations to get, getting the girls and things like that, right? So I love watching documentaries. One thing I noticed is that they always did documentaries on mainstream artists, but they never did it like on the underground people or people that wasn't really popular like that. So I came up with this idea and I said, yo, what if I do documentaries but on artists that's either upcoming or that's popular but never made it mainstream? You know what I'm saying? So before I did that, I started doing my research. So I'm looking at a lot of documentaries. I'm looking on YouTube. I'm getting books. I'm buying books. I'm reading books and everything. Matter of fact, let me show you what books I got. So one of the books that I got was this one, The Business of Film. Y'all look that up when y'all get a chance. I also got this book right here, Another Business of Film. Check that out. So this is one of the first books that I got, How to Make and Sell Your Film Online. This is a great book, especially if you're starting as a filmmaker. So now that I feel like I did enough research, I started reaching out to people. Shout out to my man Kareem and my man Eli. They're both filmmakers, they record. These are my friends though. Every time I see them, we'll hang out, we'll go to the bar, we'll go to the clubs and things like that. But every time they had a music video shoot or anything like that, they'll always call me. I'm the type of person that if I'm around you and we doing something, I'm gonna tell you like, yo, what you need me to do? You need me to hold the camera, you need me to hold the light, you need me to do this, you need me to do that. They're the type of person that I am. I'm not just gonna be standing there while you're doing all the work by yourself. So as time is going, I'm learning, and then I ask questions too. So I'm asking questions like, yo, why do you shoot this angle? Or why you gotta put the light on this side? And this down the third, you get what I'm saying? So one day me and Kareem were supposed to meet up. And the day we met up, I ended up asking him the question. So I'm looking like, yo, Kareem, what you think about doing a documentary? So he's like, a documentary or what? So I'm like, nah, yo, I had this idea. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking about doing documentaries of upcoming artists or artists that's established but not mainstream. You know what I'm saying? I thought it would be something different. I thought it would be something new. So he's like, yo, the idea is dope, but I got a lot of work that I'm doing. I got music videos I gotta shoot, and this, that, and the third. So I'm looking like, damn, man. But he said, yo, but check this out. What I could do is I could try to get you somebody, you know what I mean, and they could do it for you. So I said, okay, cool. He invites me to a Styles P video shoot, right? Because, Kareem do be working, though. He be busy and everything. So he invited me to the Styles P video shoot. Boom, we go over there. I mean, we chilling, video shooting cool and everything. That day he introduced me to my man Shy Boogie, which is the one that's, that was the one that shoot most of my documentaries. Kareem introduced us. We chopped it up. We spoke on it. We spoke and everything. We took each other's number, and that's how we got up. So now I'm like, okay, so now I got my cameraman. Now it's time for, now it's time to go. So we end up doing a documentary on my man Mike Caron. We're gonna get more in the details, in a different episode or whatever. We ended up shooting that, we did probably did like five different locations. We probably did like 4 or 5 different locations. So after I get all the footage, I highlight my man Eli. Remember I was telling you about Eli earlier. He's real good at editing. So I hit him up like, yo, Eli, I got this project. I need you to help me edit this. So they said, all right, cool, no problem, just pull up. Now the problem is, Eli live all the way in Staten Island. I'm in the Bronx, so I probably like an hour and 30 minutes. So every time I go over there, we putting in like 8 hours. You know what I mean? When the project first started, it was about 3 hours long. You know what I mean? And we had to break it down to an hour. Now, when I first started this, my whole thing was, I wanted my documentaries to be like 20 to 30 minutes, tops. But then as I'm doing it, I'm noticing that it's so many good footages that we were just like, yo, let's just keep the whole thing in there. I mean, let's keep majority of it and just make it an hour long. So that's how it became an hour. But originally, it was supposed to only be like 20 to 30 minutes. That's it. So we did that. The project took us, no lie, like about 7 to 8 months. It took us like about 7 to 8 months, and yo, B, that just was a process, yo. I ain't gonna hold you, it was a process. Mind you, this is my first documentary, so you know, I'm still learning how I'm going, you know, and yeah, man, and that's how My Life in Menu got started. If y'all enjoyed the story, man, let me know. If y'all want to hear more stories of behind the scenes, I got more episodes coming up. And with that being said, man, I'm out.